The worst drought in living memory has devastated the Horn of Africa, prompting hundreds of thousands of Somalis to flee their lands. Some have been lucky enough to be resettled in Utah, but most who leave end up in massive refugee camps along the border in Ethiopia. 2 weeks ago, we heard from Deseret News reporter Jesse Hyde on the ways the LDS Church has responded to the drought and famine. Tonight, Hyde takes us inside one of the camps called Mikaldida.
To see just how big the refugee camps are in Ethiopia, we had to get a bird's eye view. These aren't camps, these are sprawling cities where boys fly kites, marriages are made, and miraculously, life marches on.
There are 5 refugee camps in this area of Ethiopia, which is called the Dolo region. The one you see behind us is the oldest and the largest. There are about 40,000 people there today. At the height of the crisis, as many as 6,000 to 7,000 people every day cross the border to get into Ethiopia.
To understand why they've come to a place with no electricity or running water, you have to understand what they left behind. They fled not only the worst drought in living memory, but a war-torn country with a corrupt and broken government. Outside a camp called Bokomaya, we met a woman named Annika Swetsloot, who is trying to help thousands of refugees in partnership with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
It's such a rural area, there's a total lack of everything.
Right.
So even the host communities don't have the basics in place.
For as long as Annika has worked at the camp, that has meant mothers have to trek from one end to the other to line up for water and food. To fix that problem, the LDS Church built 4 nutrition centers dispersed throughout the camp, which has made the process more clean and orderly. It also allows nurses to check up on malnourished children, making sure they're getting enough to eat.
It's amazing to see that mothers alone with a couple of children, how they set up their household and how they remain cheerful, full of energy to cope with the things that are there. And they're very willing and interested to contribute to survive and also to support the others that are arriving.
Not that it's easy. There aren't enough latrines here, and so the LDS Church and IMC are building more, which will slow the spread of disease. The church is also paying for a brick-and-mortar women's center, which is where Annika will spend most of her time.
This women's center is very vital for the long run for the camp. This is going to be a strong building where women can come together to spend time with each other, to give each other psychosocial support, to talk with each other, to make some fun with each other, to see that there is also joy in life, to discuss about their problems at home.
One of those women is Amina, who walked 8 days from Somalia to get here.
We left Somalia so we could get food, security, and also education for our children.
Amina works for Annika as a gender-based violence coordinator, counseling victims of domestic violence.
I like my work in the camps because it advocates for the rights of everyone.
Amina doesn't know when she'll leave the camp. For now, she feels safe and looks forward to the day she can start a family of her own.
I mean, you believe in these things. Do you sense worldwide hope and progress and change in the right direction?
So here, if these services are provided, they see that their children get healthy. They see that in the more established camps, people are starting to go to school, are starting to learn skills. I think that gives hope to all people, yeah.
The crisis is not over. Hundreds of people still flee Somalia every day. But things are getting better. And with each passing day, there's a sense of hope for the future of this land. For KSL-5 News, I'm Jesse Hyde.
Smiles on the faces of the children is what's so impressive.
Yeah, and a lot of smiles I saw today when I took my children to the park.
Yeah, lots of